Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon with Main Street and Beyond Travel Company, and I am so excited today because this is the first video in my new Walt Disney World vacation planning series that I'm going to be making. So throughout the series, we're going to be talking all about how to plan, how to research, how to pick which restaurants to go to, all sorts of things. So let's get started. Well, welcome everyone to video number 1 in your Walt Disney World vacation planning series. And this is the exciting phase. This means that you're starting to think about planning a Walt Disney World vacation, which is so much fun, but you might already be feeling pretty stressed and pretty overwhelmed. So what this video series is going to go through is it's going to walk you through every single step in planning your Walt Disney World vacation. As you guys watch, I'm going to put tons of links in the description below, so be sure to check that out because that's going to have blog posts, articles, more videos to watch, things like that to help you plan your Walt Disney World vacation. We are in video number 1, which is super exciting. This is like right at the start of you planning your Walt Disney World vacation. And what we're going to be talking about in this video today is going to be 2 different things. We're going to be looking at your Walt Disney World research, and we're going to be looking at your Disney vacation package, which is what you'll be booking on the Walt Disney World website. Let's start with the first thing I said, and that is your Walt Disney World research. Now, I cannot emphasize this enough. You have to do so much research for your Walt Disney World vacation. And it's going to get more overwhelming because there's just so much that goes into it. But the more research you do, the more prepared you're going to be for your Disney World vacation, the more fun you're going to have, things like that. But it is important, very important, to take your research in steps. So that way, like I said, you don't feel that feeling of being stressed and overwhelmed. Now, in each video, I'm going to specifically tell you what you should be researching. So for this one, for video number 1, there are going to be 4 different things that you want to research, and that is because they tie into your Walt Disney World package creation. And that is going to be Disney resorts, and that includes whether or not you want to stay on or off Disney property. I'll have a whole nother video for that. You're going to want to research the different ticket types. So do I want a regular ticket? Do I want a park hopper ticket? Things like that. You're going to research what the memory maker is, and if you want to include that on your Walt Disney World package. And then you also want to be researching the Disney trip protection that they offer. So let's dive into each and talk about each one a little bit. And like I said, there's going to be whole nother complete videos of diving into each of those topics, so that way you guys can study those and research those even more. Now, the timeline for this that you want to be doing this research for your resorts, tickets, and memory maker and travel insurance, or the Disney trip protection, is going to be about a year to a year and a half before you want to travel. So that's how far in advance that you need to plan Disney, especially if it is going to be your first time. All right, the number 1 most important thing to be researching in the beginning is going to be your Disney resort, or even asking yourself if you want to stay on Disney World property. So I'm going to put links in the description below to a couple more videos that I'm going to do for those questions. But again, the more research you have for your Disney resort, the better, because there's so many different kinds. You have value resorts, you have moderate, you have deluxe villas. Things like that are going to all come into play as you start doing your research. It's also very important to keep in mind that each and every Disney resort style, so value, moderate, deluxe, is going to come with different amenities. It can hold different amounts of people and things like that. So for example, if you're traveling with a party of 5, it might be important to know that value resorts, the ones that are usually the most budget friendly on Disney property, only typically hold 4 people in a room, and that's 2 double beds. Now there's some exceptions to this. You have the All-Star Music Resort and the Art of Animation Resort, which sell family suites that hold 6. But you would learn from your research that actually upgrading to a moderate resort that can hold 5 people, like the Caribbean Beach, is going to be less expensive than upgrading to a value resort to be in one of those family suites. So again, that's just kind of an example of the type of research that you should be looking into. I mention this because there's so many times I get people asking for Disney quotes, and they'll say they have 5 or 6 people and they want to stay in a value resort but not in one of the family suites. And I'm like, okay, well then you can only have the option of getting 2 rooms, which could sometimes come out cheaper, but it's definitely, if you have 5, the best way to do it is going to be staying in one of those moderate resorts. And like I said, I'm going to kind of dive into the whole resort topic in further videos, so watch for those. But yes, the more research you do on resorts, the better, because resorts are going to be the very first thing that you have to pick when you do your research package. So when you put in your check-in, check-out dates, put in the number of adults, number of kids, the first thing they want to do is know which resort you would like to stay at. So definitely do research on that. There's tons of videos, there's tons of blog posts, tons of articles on Disney resorts. So that should be your number 1 thing you research about Disney, is which resort you would like to stay at, or if you want to stay off property. Okay, let's move on to number 2. The second most important thing to research after you've done all the research on the resorts is your Disney tickets, because as soon as you select your resort on the Walt Disney World website, they're going to ask what ticket type you would like. Now it gives you plenty of options, like 1 through 10 to 11 day tickets if you're staying that long. And then it also gives you the option of whether or not you want a park hopper ticket, if you want a water park and sport option ticket. So that would mean you can go to a water park one of the days. You can do a water park and sport sport option plus, which allows you to park hop and go to water parks and all that thing. So there's tons of Disney ticket types that you can get. So you really want to kind of see what is best for your family. If you are going, for example, in the summer or in spring or in fall, you maybe do want to add a water park option. So that way one of your days you can spend just kind of cooling off and relaxing at one of the Disney water parks. When you're coming up with how many days of tickets you want, I always recommend doing a rest day in your Disney vacation, because you're gonna, believe me, it's gonna be so tiring. Your legs and your body will thank you for a rest day. Where you can just kind of take some time to walk around your resort, relax, swim in the pool, visit the pool bar, whatever you want to do. It's your day, it's your rest day. So again, I highly recommend doing one of those. More articles, descriptions, videos, things like that are going to be in the description below. Okay, so again, research what ticket type you and your family would need, or you and your friends, or whoever is going on your Disney vacation with you. Okay, let's move on to number 3, and we are going to be talking about Disney World dining plans. Now, as I mentioned before, these are temporarily not available, but it is highly suspected that they will be coming back, hopefully very soon, because these are very popular. Now, you'll want to research what it is, the different types that you can book of it, and even if you and your family or your friends or whoever's going with you on your Disney vacation will want this. So there's 4 different levels you're going to be looking at: the quick service dining plan, the regular dining plan plus, dining plan deluxe. So like I said, there's a lot of different options, and each one is going to come with different things that are going to be included. So again, make sure you're researching those and you pick the one that's best for you and your family. So for example, if you're having a super active day at the park and you want to get as much done as you can, maybe go for the quick service dining plan, because that one's going to give you the most flexibility in eating each day, and it's going to be very quick meals. Whereas if you get the regular dining plan or dining plan plus, you're going to be looking at more sit-down family meals that might take a little longer during the day. So again, research which one is going to be best for you. Okay, let's move on to number 4, and that is going to be the Disney Memory Maker. Now, the Disney Memory Maker is basically your own professional photographer for your entire Disney trip. I personally love the Memory Maker, especially if it's your first time. You're going to want to capture all of those memories and especially have really good photos of them. This includes your ride photos, landmark photos, such as a big picture of the Tree of Life behind you. I'm gonna put some examples in right here of different Memory Maker photos that have come through on my end from when I take my Disney vacations. Again, I love them. I think it's great, but do your research. Do you want to just take the pictures on your own phone? Do you want to ask somebody to take the picture for you? Things like that. So again, it's totally up to you and your family to depend on what you need, if you want it or not. Okay, the last thing that you should be researching about a year and a half to a year out is whether or not you guys want to include Disney trip protection onto your package. And again, I'll have a whole video covering what this is. I'll put it in the description below, but obviously it's just like travel insurance through Walt Disney World. That's for trip interruption, trip cancellation, if you need to change anything, things like that. That might be a really good option for you guys to get, and it's not that expensive. It's about $82.50 per adult and about $6 per child. Now again, those are 2020 prices right now when I'm making this video. They could go up, they may. We haven't seen a price increase on that in a little while, so they could be possibly going up. But again, not bad to completely cover your Disney vacation, and that includes like your flights and stuff. I don't want to get into it too much here because again, I'm just telling you what to research. But again, number 5, research that Disney trip protection and see if it could be right for you and your family. Okay, finishing with the Disney trip protection, I kind of want that to lead into my next things I'm going to talk about. Now, these aren't exactly research, but there are just some things that you should keep in mind. And the first thing is that you can change anything on your Disney package as long as it's 30 days before check-in, which is absolutely awesome. I tell people all the time, especially my Disney clients, like, why not just book it if you need to change the dates, change the hotel, change the ticket type, change the dining plan, add the memory maker, add travel insurance. You can do that as long as it's 30 days before your check-in date to avoid the fee, which is just your $200 deposit, which is what you need to place your Disney World vacation package. So if you, for example, book a trip for February and you can't get the time off and you can actually only get the time off in May, very simple to do that. You can just go on there and change your dates. If you're using a travel agent, just let them know. They'll easily go in, they can hit modify your vacation and change the dates. If you want to add or remove people, you can also do that. And if doing that means you need to change hotels, we can take care of all of that. You can take care of all of that for yourself if you want to, for your Disney World vacation. So nothing has to be completely set in stone. And I think that sometimes is what throws people off, is they're so scared to book it because of the what if factor. But that's why Disney is great with that, and they let you change everything, again, as long as it's that 30 days before you check in to your resort. Okay, next thing I want to take note of for everyone is when can you actually book your Walt Disney World vacation packages? And how Disney does it is they release all of their packages in June for the following year. So for example, if you wanted to book a trip for February of 2022, you would be able to book that starting in June of 2021. Now, this is important because you'll want to grab it as soon as they're released, because sometimes, especially those ones in January, February, might go a little fast because people have been waiting for it to become available for so long. However, there's a trick to this if you guys want. This may make it more complicated, so if you don't want to do this, totally fine, totally get it. But what you can do is a year out. So let's say you wanted to book a trip for January 2022 and it's currently January 2021. We know that Disney's not going to release the packages until June. However, if you want, you can book a Disney hotel by placing a one-night deposit, right? What this does is it's going to secure that hotel room for you. That way you know it's not going to be sold out when they release the packages. And how Disney does this is you're going to place the one-night deposit on whichever hotel you and your family members or whoever you're going with would like to stay at. And then come June, when they release the packages, you're going to cancel that room that you just booked and then rebook it as a package. And what they can do, sometimes it's hit or miss on who you talk to at Disney, is they can just transfer that one-night deposit to your new package, or they'll refund you that package deposit or that one-night deposit that you placed, and then you can use that to place as your new deposit for the package. Again, I know that makes it a little bit more complicated because Disney loves to be complicated. But again, if you really wanted to secure that hotel room that way, you definitely could. Or you can wait until June and see what hotel rooms are left for when you book your package. All right, and the last thing I want to mention today before I let you guys go and go off on starting your research journey for your Walt Disney World vacation is using a travel agent to book your Disney World vacation. Now, especially recommend this if it is your first time. Most travel agents, such as myself, who I specialize in Disney, we offer our services for completely free, right? We love Disney so much that we just want to help you so much that we book it for free. I personally absolutely love it. And like I said, all of that stuff, if you want to make changes, discuss resorts, discuss dining plan options, discuss the memory maker, you're going to be able to talk to us directly about that instead of kind of going through tons of blog articles that may give you so many different views and options and opinions. Whereas when you use a travel agent, we're going to be able to give you our personal experiences at Disney, what we prefer, things like that, to help you guys have the most magical Walt Disney World vacation ever, because that is what we are here for. So if you would like, I'm gonna put all of my contact information also down in the description. Please do not ever hesitate to reach out to me regarding any Disney questions. I promise you are like making my day, because I love answering questions about Disney, whether it's wanting to know which Disney resorts I like best, which dining plan I like best, which restaurants I like to go to, things like that. But stay tuned. In our next video, video number 2, we are going to continue our research and planning Disney World vacation journey. Again, thank you all so much for watching my video number 1 in the research and planning Walt Disney World journey you're taking. Join me for video number 2, where we are going to be talking about 6 months out from your vacation, where we're going to be starting to look at dining reservations you can make, itinerary planning, and things like that. So the super fun part, hopefully, of your Walt Disney World vacation. Again, if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, drop a comment below if you have any questions about Walt Disney World planning. Again, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Until then, stay magical.